Are you ready to learn about one of the most powerful tactics you can use against a narcissist? It's a tactic that might just make them regret ever messing with you in the first place. Now, before we dive into it, please hit that subscribe button. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Alright, let's get right into it. Now, this video is all about what happens when you cut off a narcissist completely. So if you're tired of dealing with a narcissist and want to see what happens when you stop engaging, then keep watching. Because by the end of this video, you will have a better understanding of what will happen when you decide to break away from a narcissistic relationship. Have you ever thought about going no contact with a narcissist only to wonder what would happen if you did? If you're thinking about cutting ties with a narcissist, whether they're a parent, friend, or partner, it's important to know what to expect. That's because narcissists are known for their vindictive and manipulative nature, which can make cutting them out of your life seem like a daunting task. Narcissists are driven by a deep need for attention and admiration. And when they feel ignored or criticized, they can lash out in ways that are harmful to those around them. If you've been in a relationship with a narcissist, you know how frustrating and emotionally draining it can be. But it's important to remember that going no contact is a powerful tool that can help you protect yourself from their harmful behavior. When you cut off a narcissist completely, it means that you're no longer available to them and that you won't be responding to their messages or calls. You're essentially setting boundaries and making it clear that you won't tolerate their mistreatment. It may not be easy, but it's important to stay firm and consistent with your approach. Going no contact means that you won't engage with them in any way, whether it's through text, email, or social media. It also means that you won't respond to any attempts at contact from them or their flying monkeys. By doing so, you're sending a message that you won't be manipulated or controlled by them. However, there are some things you should be prepared for when you take this step. First, you should expect pushback. Narcissists are notoriously difficult to break away from, and they often respond poorly to being ignored. They may try to manipulate you with guilt trips or threats, but it's important to stay strong and resist their attempts to pull you back in. The pushback from a narcissist can be intense, and it's important to be prepared for it. They may bombard you with phone calls, texts, or even show up at your home or workplace unannounced. It is crucial to stay firm in your decision to go no contact and not engage with them in any way. This may mean changing your phone number or blocking them on social media, as well as asking friends and family to refrain from contacting you on their behalf. Another thing to expect when going no contact with a narcissist is the possibility of smear campaigns. Narcissists have a tendency to lash out and hurt others when they feel threatened or slighted. One way they may do this is by spreading false rumors or lies about you to damage your reputation. They may try to make you look bad to other people in order to get back at you for cutting them off. It's important to remember that this is a tactic narcissists often use, and it shouldn't come as a surprise. While it can be upsetting to hear false things being said about you, it's important to remember that it's not true and not let it affect you. If possible, it's best to avoid engaging with the narcissist or their flying monkeys and instead focus on maintaining your own integrity. In addition to smear campaigns, you may also have to deal with stalking behavior from a narcissist. This can include following you online, showing up at places you frequent, or even hiring private investigators to keep tabs on you. If you notice any signs of stalking behavior, it's important to take action immediately. Document any evidence of stalking and report it to the authorities. It's also a good idea to take steps to protect yourself, such as changing your routines or using a GPS tracker on your car. Stalking behavior is a serious issue and should not be taken lightly. If you feel you are in danger, don't hesitate to call the police. Finally, you should be prepared for the narcissist to move on quickly after you cut them off. Narcissists are known for their ability to move on quickly from one source of supply to the next. While it may seem like a betrayal after you've invested time and energy into the relationship, it's important to remember that they were never truly invested in you in the first place. The narcissist's ability to move on quickly can be a painful reminder of how they wasted your time. However, it's important to focus on your own healing and moving forward rather than dwelling on the past. Allow yourself time to grieve the loss of the relationship while also celebrating your newfound freedom from the narcissist. It is also important to understand that not all narcissists react in the same way when you cut them off. Some may become angry and lash out, while others may become sad and beg for forgiveness. No matter how they react, it's important to stay strong and committed to your decision. Don't let their manipulation or guilt trips cause you to back down. Remember, you deserve to be treated with respect and dignity, and you won't find that in a narcissistic relationship. But here's the surprising part. When you cut off a narcissist, they often experience something called narcissistic injury. This occurs when their sense of grandiosity and entitlement is challenged. They may react in a number of ways, including anger, denial, and devaluation. But ultimately, they are unable to cope with the fact that someone has rejected them. In fact, they may even blame you for their own behavior. For example, they may accuse you of being too sensitive or too needy. But the reality is that their behavior is a reflection of their own narcissism, not your worthiness. One of the most shocking things that can happen when you cut off a narcissist is that they may actually apologize. While this may seem like a positive development, it's important to remember that narcissists rarely apologize sincerely. Instead, they may apologize as a way to manipulate you into giving them another chance. If they feel that they've lost control over you, they may try to regain it by feigning remorse. However, their apology is likely insincere and they will quickly revert to their old behavior if you take them back. It is also possible that the narcissist will try to win you back with gifts or acts of kindness. They may shower you with expensive gifts or compliments in an effort to manipulate you back into the relationship. However, these gestures are likely insincere and only meant to serve the narcissist's own needs. Ultimately, their goal is to regain control and supply, not to genuinely show remorse. So what should you do if a narcissist apologizes or tries to win you back with gifts? The key is to remain firm in your decision to go no contact. Don't let their manipulation or guilt trips cause you to back down. Remember that their behavior is a reflection of their own narcissism, not your worthiness. While it may be difficult to say no to someone who is apologizing or trying to make amends, it's important to stay strong and stick to your guns. Don't let them back into your life where they can cause more pain and drama. Instead, use this opportunity to focus on your own healing and growth. Moving on from a narcissist can be a challenging but ultimately rewarding journey. It takes strength and resilience, but the end result is worth it. When you cut off a narcissist, they may lash out or try to win you back, but staying firm in your decision and remaining true to yourself is the best revenge. So if you're done with a narcissist, don't look back. You're better off without them. And hey, if you found this video helpful, why not learn from more videos like 10 surprising things that can stop a narcissist in their tracks? Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.